Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just out here in Pahrump, Nevada today. I'm kind of camped out on some BLM land. You got Mount Charleston back there, and there's people camping out here for miles and miles. They go way out that way to the north. And on today's video, I picked up some new exhaust. I went with the Leo V exhaust because the stock exhaust on my 2023 KLR seems a little poochy when you're going up hills. Because some of these mountains, I mean, the mountain pass to get from Vegas to Pahrump, you gotta go up this huge incline for almost like 20 minutes or so. And it just seems like my bike could do a lot better if I had better exhaust. Because it seems as though that I have a whole bunch of back pressure or something. So a lot of people have been doing this to their KLRs, and I think it's about time that I do the same with my bike. Because I want a little more power and a little better sound too. And I'd like to also take a moment to thank our sponsors at Hammerhead Construction. For all your residential and commercial needs, call Hammerhead Construction. They can get it done for you. So I just wanted to make a real quick video of installing this exhaust. So if you look it up in the books sometimes or online, it'll say 1997 all the way to, like, they updated this number though, because when I was looking for it, it always stopped at like 2018, and then I was like, oh no, does it fit the Gen 3? But it sure does. All the way back to 1997 is when they last changed this frame design. So I'm just going to start this real quick video of how to replace your muffler. I just decided on the slip-on. I didn't really want to get the power bomb, because otherwise if you get a full header here, the power bomb, it jumps up to like a, I don't know if this is 1-inch pipe, but the power bomb, it's like a 1.5-inch pipe segment for about maybe 4 inches or something like that. But I didn't want to spend the extra $500 to $700 for that front pipe. And I just wanted to see what this slip-on pipe would do. So, okay, here I go. I'm going to start taking apart just 3 of these 4mm Allen bolts. And then you can access your air filter and check that out. And then it gives you more room so you can get to the bolts that connect to your muffler pipe right here. So it's pretty simple. I think most people could do it. The other bolts are a 12mm to get to the top hanger bolts on the muffler. So you're going to want that so far. So the bolts you want to take out here are the 2 4mm Allen bolts, which are pretty easy to take out. There's up in front. There's one more right behind the blinker here. I got my Allen wrench on it. It's almost out right now. So I'm going to take that out. Okay. Now that you got those bolts out, and this is loose, this whole thing is loose right now. So you got to pull this. This goes back. It goes back like just maybe like a 1/4 inch or so. But you can see the tabs. There's tabs down in there. And you gotta get it out of that tab and then just straight out. So you just pull that, so you pull this whole piece back and then just straight out. Okay, just like that. And you wanna be kind of gentle with this. It comes right out. There we go. Perfect, huh? Look at that, beautiful. All right, now that you're this far, you may as well open this door and check your air filter while you're at it. Because how often do you take that side panel off other than doing this? So I just checked mine about a month ago. Not even. I probably did this like 2 weeks ago. But I just cleaned it off, soaked it down, put some oil on it, and it seems pretty darn clean, really. It's amazing how caked that gets sometimes when you're riding out in the desert like that. So, okay, kind of satisfied with that. I'm going to throw this back on so no more dust goes flying in there. Now you have to get to this little header. You can see this little header piece. I don't know if you can see this little header band here, but there's like a bolt there. And you're going to have to loosen that with a number 6 Allen wrench. All right, you might ask yourself, when you spend $500 on a slip-on muffler system, what comes in the box. So in this kit, you get your main exhaust, you got your pipe hangers, you got your spring puller, you got your spark arrestor, you got 3 different baffles to choose from. I'm going to kind of experiment with that, but you got you got a whole bunch of nuts and bolts, you got your spring, you got your new pipe clamp, and this nice shiny pipe. All right, that's where the spring goes. Okay, I'm going to keep dismantling this real quick. I don't have too much more to go, really. I think, let's see, I think that's number 12. You got to get this one off, and then there's another one underneath. All right, so you got 2 number 12s. You want to take out both of these, this one and then that one over there. I guess I could have washed my bike before I did this, but I finally got this off. The easiest way to get this off is to get the front bolt loose, take these 2 number 12s out, and then pull it straight back. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth as you're pulling straight back for about 1 inch, and then just drop the whole thing down, and it'll come straight down. And for starters, I'm just going to get everything kind of snug, but definitely don't tighten anything down before you just kind of eyeball it, make sure everything's straight when you're doing this. Okay, so I'm just going to slide this straight up and make sure you have clearance, because some of these parts, I don't know if you can see, there's like a bolt right there. See that bolt? And you don't want it right up on that bolt. I don't know if you can see that. There's stuff hanging out there. So make sure you have enough clearance between some of this stuff, because that's just bolted to plastic. And you don't want your tailpipe right on some piece of metal that's going to heat up that plastic. So always keep some distance when you're lining stuff up before you start installing it all. So, okay, look at this. I'm halfway there. Okay, here we go. I got my pipe together. Got my little spring pulled on there with a little spring tool. Just pull that right on there. And, all right, I'm going to fit this on there and see where my clamps are going to fit at. I'm going to fit this on here. Here's my this little clamp here. This goes on the front part. And fit this right through here. Kind of get it in place here. All right, so where the pipe comes together, that's like a main, you really want that all the way as far back as you can get it. And then once you got that lined up, once that's as far back as you can go, it creates a tiny little gap right here. I don't know if you can see, there's a heat shield that goes around the air box, but if you go forward, and this thing will go forward a full inch, okay, but I had much better results with this thing pushed as far back as you can get it, and then that will create enough room for it to stick out just a little bit back there. So, okay, so now I'm happy here. I got these 2 are still loose. Okay, so I'm just going to tighten everything down. I got 3 more bolts back here, the 2 hangers, and then there's like a little short one down here. And then I can start it up and see what kind of baffle I want to get. So I got all my baffles back here on my table. And check out which one sounds the best. And I cut off some of these little fins. There's like plastic here that was totally hitting the muffler. So I cut off that side, cut off this little side. It scored pretty well, so you can cut it off with any old cheap little saw. And then I cut this little piece off too. I had a little tag here. So now this is the new improved look. Hopefully it's a little more aerodynamic, but I really just needed more air in between this little gap here, because this thing was just a little too tight. Okay, all right, so now that I got everything all taken care of here, I'm gonna start it up. if I like that sound. Okay, so I got everything put together now. I took out the other baffle that I had in, that longer slip-on, and I put on the louder exhaust. So I took it for a short test drive with that really quiet baffle on, and I really didn't gain any horsepower. So I got the loud exhaust piece. It's pretty much just a short little pipe that it's pretty much just a beauty cover. It doesn't really do anything for noise, that's for sure. Because when I tested it with my decibel meter, it was at over 100 decibels at idle. And it definitely backfires too. So every time I shift, especially in second and third gear, if you do your shifting right, it'll definitely backfire 2 or 3 times in a row. And I was getting some dirty looks at the gas station. Why not go with a louder one, especially if you're going up and down these big hills? So I'm gonna just start it up so you guys can check it out, and I will do a little test drive video with my GoPro, and yeah, you can just check out how sweet this sounds. I'm just gonna start this up real fast, let it warm up, and here we go. guys, since I'm in Vegas, I thought I'd stop at the Motorcycle Tire Center right on the corner of Charleston and Eastern here and get some new tires for my motorcycles. Hope you enjoy the sound of the exhaust. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much my video of me getting some tires. Oh, and installing this sweet exhaust. The Leo Vines X3. That thing, I mean, it's pretty loud. If you got the loudest baffle in there, and it just backfires just enough. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with something like that, that's for sure. And I got my tires, so I'm gonna throw some tires on. As you can see, my tires are looking a little worn out. Definitely the front though. So that's like 1,500 miles. And them tires have seen better days. So, okay, I'm on the side of the road. This is Mountain Spring. This is kind of like 160. So if they say over the hump and perump, this is the hump you have to go over for like 20 minutes. You're just going up this steady hill. And it's a pretty nice view, really. There's all kinds of sweet diesel trucks flying by all over the place. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. I'm going to come out with some new videos pretty soon, so stay tuned. And all right, keep enjoying the day and keep it on two wheels. All right, I'm going to make another video just throwing on these tires because it's pretty easy. If you got a little soapy water and a flat surface, I think I can do this in like, I think it's under an hour or just under 2 hours. I can do 2 tires. So that's not too bad because the tire shop wanted to charge me like, I think it's like almost $100. So I can do this on my own very easily once I get back to my camper. So, okay, you guys keep having a great day. Take care, stay safe. All right, see you later.